Today's consciousness, today's consciousness, today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's consciousness. Today's consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. Today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? Welcome back, family. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Your brother is black. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing? I got to give myself a mother flipping round of applause. That's what I got to do. What you got to do? You know what I'm saying? I got to give myself. I got to step back and kiss myself. Hey, I got to step back and kiss myself. You got some people's backside that can step back and kiss their own behind. That's how big their backside is. So it is what no respect to them. Praise the Lord. Welcome to King Simon Presents right here on YouTube. And we're also broadcasting on Instagram. Also, big up to the Instagram people. Yes. Today we have a special show for you coming up at the 7 o'clock hour. We got Yolanda Spivey coming up at 7 o'clock. Of course, your life needs insurance. That's right. She's a broker to the stars and insurance specialist. We're going to talk about it and be about it. We're going to cuss some of y'all out because y'all ain't got your insurance. That's what we're going to do. That's what we's going to do. I'm telling you right now, family. Dagnabbit. We're going to do it like we do it. Excuse me. And I just want to remind everybody that every Tuesday, I do a thing called Today's Consciousness in the Conscious Community. And this coming Tuesday on April the 1st, we have the one, the only Brother Shabazz, who produced that big LIU event with Kaba Kamene, Professor Smalls, Infandishi Jehutimaz, and so many others. It was a beautiful event. I watched it on live stream, and it was good. I enjoyed every moment of it. I hope y'all did, because I know I did. You know what I'm saying? I did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because some people didn't. Some people, they watched it. They enjoyed what they had to enjoy. I'm glad that Hoppy produced it. It was a very good thing. Big up to Felicia and Taki Grant, Felicia Harden and Taki Grant for providing a great live stream for the masses. And they did a wonderful job. I have to admit, they did a wonderful job, and I really enjoyed it. So look out for the next one that Brother Shabazz is going to do on June the 22nd. That's going to be off the hook. Want to remind y'all, my dear Abundance Child is going to be starting her new radio show on WJBSradio.com. That's JBSradio.com. It's going to be beautiful because she's going to do Abundance Child Live. It doesn't start April the 3rd. It's going to be, I think, the next Thursday after. I'm going to change all that. I forgot to change it today because I've been busy. And big up to Billy Carson and his beautiful wife, the one, the only Elizabeth Carson. They're doing the 3rd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. And make sure you go to the website, www.forbiddenconsciousawards.com. It's going to be in Hollywood, Florida, not Hollywood, California, Hollywood, Florida. So I'm going to be there. I'll be on the red carpet from April 2nd to 3rd. I don't know who I'm going to take with me because I know I need 2 beautiful ladies to take with me. So I don't know. You don't know, son. All right. So, and don't forget to vote if you can. Make sure you vote. And Dr. Valentine has been nominated. Brother Rich, Aaron Lyons has been nominated. Sanguru has been nominated. Reverend Michael Beckwith has been nominated. And Sarah Beckman has been nominated. And of course, like I said, Dr. Phil Valentine has been nominated. And we're going to have our sister come up in the next 4 minutes. It's now 56 minutes after the hour, 4 minutes before the top of the hour, of course, on the East Coast. Remember, get all of my books. These are workbooks for y'all to do applicable assignments. This one is the Numerovational and Spiritual Lessons of Life. This other one is part 2, volume 2, and I'm going to have up to volume, I think I have enough material up to volume 9. But this one is going to be a home. This one is called the same thing, Spiritual Lessons, Volume 2. Homework assignments is extensive. Believe that when I say that. Also, you can get all of my ebooks right now on ebook. If you just text me, that's which one you want. Of course, numbers are simple, people are complicated. New motivation for mental stability, and numbers are simple. Children health is important. And don't forget, you can also get a signed copy if you do want a signed copy. For those only in the United States, all you have to do is text me. Those that are here in the United States, I can definitely mail it to you because it's cheaper. Anything outside of the United States, I suggest y'all get the ebook. Believe me, because it goes straight to the email and we can make it happen. All right. And big up to Star. Star from Star Report produced this. So big up to Star. Thank you for this banner, sir. Star from Star Report. Make sure you check out Star from Star Report. Thank you for this banner, sir. And also, you can get all of my books on Amazon. That's right. Get all of my books on Amazon or go to my Linktree/King Simon, the New Motivator. And don't forget, we got my Udemy course. That's Udemy course, Holistic New Motivation. All you have to do is go to Udemy and put it right up there, and we'll be in the building. And don't forget, Color Curiosity. If you want to color therapy your house, your wardrobe, and all of that good stuff, feng shui your life, your life, contact Color Curiosity and hit her up at the number that you see right here on the screen. Just spoke to Dr. Shakira. She's doing her thing right now with her children and her child in the park. Big up to her, Dr. Shakira Moore, doing her studies and making sure she's getting ready to launch this book out. So make sure you do her services and also get the book, The Iris Papers. Loving it. 2 more minutes before we bring on our sister. 2 more minutes before we bring her on. Don't forget, Adara Moselle helps you to move negative energies. She's a great massage therapist. She does chakra balancing and all that. She does that even while she's doing the session. So big up to Adara Moselle. Make sure y'all go to adaramoselle.com and say, King Simon sent me. And big up to my girl, my martial arts sister from Sanukas Rue Jiu-Jitsu under Dr. Moses Powell and her father, Urban Muhammad, and all the rest of the great ones. I trained under that system also. Big up to Professor Bill and GM Anthony or GM Aziz. Of course, Professor Zahalia is teaching you how to spiritually and physically understand the world of martial arts for men, women, and children. So make sure y'all support her. I think she got a free event happening in Long Beach on the 28th of this month. So if you're in California, big up to all my California family. Long Beach, go check her out. All right, go check her out. Bet. Big up to my son right here in Atlanta, Georgia, doing his thing with pressure washing, car detailing, and he's a handyman. If you need a handyman at hand, make sure you contact my son, JB, and he'll hook you up. And my other son got a recording studio out there in New York City. So if you want to do your audio book and all that good stuff, make sure you shout out my son right here, Green Studio NYC. And if you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022, and your email, and I will send you the mother flipping details. You know what it is, son. And my new motivational angles and angel numbers book, boy, I'm up to 870s, man. So I'm doing a lot of editing. That's why it's already finished, but I'm doing the editing. All right. So, man, I did all of that. The sister that I'm about to bring on, it is now 7 o'clock. Lord of mercy, 7 o'clock, and we ain't got nobody. We're bringing her on momentarily right now. This sister here, Yolanda Spivey, is the owner of Michael Whitney and Associates, a boutique insurance brokerage that is located in 47 states. Her 25 years of experience in the insurance industry has made her a sought-after speaker, writer, and consultant on topics of insurance and financial service. Yolanda Spivey has also written for well-known publications such as Miss Magazine, Your Black World, and has been seen on many networks such as CBS, NBC, Fox News, Young Turks Show, Tom Joyner Morning Show, and a host of other media outlets, radio, and television programs. Yolanda holds a BA degree in English from William Patton University with a minor in woman and gender studies, as well as an AA in film cinema studies. Without further ado, she's not a stranger to my platform, not at all, family. But I can't wait to bring her all the one, the only Yolanda Spivey. Lot of words.
Oh man, your introductions, yo. They legendary. They
Legendary
legendary.
from back in the day to SOBs. It's legendary. I've been doing this for a long time. People don't even
Yes,
know.
sir.
You know,
Yes.
when you was into sales.
Okay.
Word, I
Back in
go
the
back.
day.
Me and her go back, family. So this is a family affair.
It is.
It's a family affair. Ow!
You are funny. You are so
What's
silly.
up, sis? How you been?
I've been good. How are you?
Man, I'm looking good, feeling good at the age of 13 right now. You know
Okay,
what I'm
you
saying?
look really good, man. You do. You still look the same.
And I got my teeth. I
Same.
got all my teeth. I praise the
Okay,
Lord.
I'm missing one on the side, but it's all good. That's from having a baby. Okay,
Oh, that's what
giving
they call
birth.
it.
Yes.
Not from
Every
eating
woman
wrong.
knows we lose a tooth once we give birth.
Not from eating
Hmm.
wrong. It's not from eating wrong.
No, darling. You know we eat good.
Oh yeah, you're looking good, girl. You have
Thank you.
done a change, man. So I'm so
Yes.
proud of your journey, man. And
Thank you.
you're gonna have to write about that. You shouldn't just be broken for the stars, but how you can maintain your health too. God damn it.
Yes. No, I plan to write. I plan to document my journey because a lot of other women would
Right.
probably, and not just women, men too,
Yeah. But
could really benefit from my
do me a
story.
favor and bring up the camera a little bit, just above your head. Not right there, right there. You got it,
Yeah,
right?
I have to hold it up a little. For some reason, my computer is like,
Uh oh.
you
Uh
see,
oh. Not
it's hot dropping locking
okay. Okay.
by
Whatever
itself.
happens, long as we focus here. Long as we focus. I want
But
to
I
drop
hold
it.
it up. I'm okay with holding it up.
I want to drop on the floor. You know.
I know, right? Ah, I need my computer.
First and foremost, thank you very much for coming on. And of course, we named the topic, you and I named the topic, Your Life Needs Insurance.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes,
like they need
sir.
to breathe, they need water, they need insurance. So first and foremost, I read all your accolades, but what led you into the insurance world before we get into everything else? Go ahead.
Like any other broker would tell you, by mistake. It really was by just
Mm,
just a chance. I remember I went into, like, I had a choice to go between two jobs. One was customer service, one was an
mhm.
office manager at an insurance firm.
Right,
And I chose the office manager position because it was something different, you know?
right, right, right.
And my life has never been the same since. It
Mm.
changed my life.
And you know what's so interesting? You named it after your two favorite entertainers, man, and I love that.
Certainly
Michael
did.
and Whitney. That is a
Mhm.
powerful combination of somebody born on the 29th of the month and somebody born on the 9th of the month. That is a powerful combination.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
powerful. And why did you chose that name under that? Those that are new, because I got a lot of new audiences now, girl. Go ahead.
I
Talk.
know, right? Well, first of all, Michael Jackson is like, I'm
Mm,
sorry. If there was any human on earth that I worship, it would be Michael Jackson. It
mm,
would have been him. I worshipped him. I'm not gonna lie. I just loved his artistry, what he brought. He was alchemist, he was just everything. And those two were such a powerhouse in the music industry.
yes,
I
everything.
wanted to bring that type of energy to my brokerage. If
Right.
that, I
No, that
wanted
makes
to, that same energy, that same perfectionist. They were
yeah,
they were perfectionists. I
yeah.
wanted that same essence in my
Right.
brokerage, and we brought it.
Right, right, right. And I'm glad that you did do that because I used to ask you when you first got it. I said, "Well, Michael Whitney." I'm like, "What the heck?" I said, "Mike, okay, okay, okay." She doing her thing, and I thought, one thing I love that you being who you are and being a very loving, intuitive energy because a lot of people don't know you're also into metaphysics, and I think
Yes,
people don't realize that metaphysics and insurance go together.
it
I don't think
does.
so real. Oh yeah, I know that it because everything has its energy to it. So, and
Yeah.
once we understand that, and that's very key that you should really tap into, especially when you get on these metaphysic channels and the importance of knowing insurance. But one thing I've learned that, and thanks to you, of course, I've gotten insured, and you've insured some of my venues when I was doing certain things. When people try to sue your ass, you got
Okay, I
insurance.
know. I know. Yes.
Insurance. I got insurance. Insurance. I had $1 million insurance, man. Got me $1 million. I said, "Wow." $2 million. I need it alive in my hand. I need that.
Exactly.
That's what I need, you know. And
Okay.
I'm proud of that and taking that on, because sometimes many of us, I myself, was not taught by our parents about the importance of insurance. Although they had things insured, they still,
Right.
the Caribbean families or people from way down south, they probably wasn't taught that either, because sometimes they're illiterate to it also. Why is it so important for family to insure people in the family? Why is that so important? Please.
Well, first of all, it's the fastest way to generational wealth. I
Mm,
mean, like a sure way to generational wealth.
right,
And also, it's a sure way not to leave your family in some type of debt when you're gone. You
right,
know,
right.
leave a will and not a bill,
Yeah,
as
you
we
know, I love
say.
that quote. Leave a will and
Yeah.
not a bill.
So, even if it's a small policy on yourself, and say, for instance, you can't afford to send, give your family generational wealth, at least let them, at least leave something for them
Right,
so that you can have a proper burial, a proper one.
right. That's powerful.
Instead of them raising money, fish, at fish fries and
Go
Kool-Aid
from me and
stand,
go from me and
right? And
all of that.
GoFundMe, that's the new one.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
raise money to bury you. Bury yourself dignified. Get a little policy on yourself, just a small, tiny policy.
Right. You know, that takes me to a song that played at the end of the movie called Accountant with what's his name, Affleck, Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to leave something behind. You got to leave something behind, and
Something.
you always get on me about that, certain things and all that, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm hard headed, but I know my dreams. Come, I'm one of those people that when disaster's about to come, that's when I do what I got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I adapt real quick and let's get it going. So, and I'm glad that you say that, because ensuring your child as soon as they come out the womb, I think you should be doing that, right? Because that also
Oh,
helps.
yes.
What do you think
Oh,
about that?
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I tell people the best gift you can give your child is a life insurance policy.
Mm,
They're like, what? I'm like, please, you guys have no idea. By the time they're 18, they'll have money sitting in that account. Of course, it depends on what policy you get them. But if it's like a whole life or a index universal life policy, they can
right.
have money sitting in that account so that
Right.
it can set them up for their future.
Mm.
In the future, if they want to go to school, if they want to put money down on a house, if they want to buy a car, whatever the case may be, they'll have money sitting in their account for their usage. Even if
And
you want to set them up for retirement purposes, get a policy for them.
and you notice that I noticed that people are afraid of insurance.
They are.
I was too. I was actually afraid. I can actually admit that I was afraid of getting insured until they
Rightfully
said,
so.
and yes,
Rightfully so.
we don't ever want to think about we're going to transition, especially when you're young, because we think we're so invincible as children, as
Yeah.
young people, that we never going to pass on. So or transition from this realm. Why is it from your perspective? Why are we afraid of this thing called insurance?
Well, there are many factors. Number one is
Mm,
because Black people, we were so screwed over back in the day when it came to insurance. We
mm,
would get insurance policies, and then when a loved one passed away, we try to collect on it. That broker or the insurance company will find ways and clauses for us not to collect on the policy. So it's like we were wasting our money. And sometimes the brokers would take the insurance money,
mm.
and and if something happened, the insurance person, the client be like, I have a policy in place for my husband, and the broker is nowhere to be seen,
Right.
and took the client's money. So there was a lot of thievery and malicious things going on with Black people in insurance back then. And
Right.
now, as we progressed as people, it came to the point of just not trusting your family members,
Mm,
and also being ignorant and not wanting to leave something behind for your family. Some Black people have this mindset: if I struggle, you have to struggle too. And
mm.
I'm going to be dead. So what? They have a very apathetic mindset where they feel if they die, and that's it. And you guys handle whatever. So they just don't care. But we really do have to start caring for the people that we leave behind. If we made them, we should be taking care of them. That's my motto.
That's your motto. What do
Yeah.
you say? No, this is and family. Those that are just tuning in, I have the one, the only Yolanda Spivey, our guest insurance specialist, broker to the stars, and today's influencers. I had to add that one because she is. She is
Yes.
that. If you go to her accolade and you see, yeah, I always added something extra, right, baby? I always do what I do.
Yeah.
Her 833 number 289-2525. And of course, that's her email, life at mwhitney.com. So, I was listening to a billionaire the other day, and his name is Danny Pina, born
Okay.
August the 10th. Very outward going, especially in Leo. So he definitely outward going and yelling and he screaming. And he says straight up, I ain't leaving them nothing because they haven't proven themselves. I guess that's what he was trying. That's the gist of his whole conversation. Because some people, like when I read the book by about what would the Rockefellers do, and the guy said the Rockefellers kept their generational wealth continually when Vanderbilt's messed it up, and that's why
Right.
one of them was on television today. I forgot which one, Anderson Cooper, one of them. They from the Vanderbilt family. I think he's a. What is it? Why would older men and women not want to leave to their children because they don't seem like they're showing that they're worth it in any way? Why would you say from that perspective as an insurance lady, why would they want to leave something to their children that are not showing that they're going to do something right with the money?
Because their children probably are screw ups. I hate to say. They
Exactly.
probably, those rich kids these days are on drugs. They do a lot of things.
Too
They're
much.
not following the tradition of the family. There was, like, back in the day, there was a code.
Yeah.
Rockefeller and them had a code that they lived by. The Vanderbilts, they had a
Yeah.
code that they lived by. So they wanted their lineage to, like, just keep going and going and going and going, and to be as rich as possible.
Exactly.
But now these new kids,
These
they
new kids.
they're on some other stuff, and their parents are like, you guys are not like on code. So if you're not on code, we're not going to leave you anything behind. It's not like they want to take over the family business. These new kids just want to travel the world and see things and experience life and cause mischief because they have no trauma. So they want to create their own little traumas, And their parents are like, no, this is not how it works. We're trying to leave you something, but yet you're
Yeah.
not wanting this. So I can see why.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, and let me show y'all. This is the book that I'm talking about. Y'all might not be able to see it because I got all of the thing, but the book is called "What Would the Rockefellers Do" by Garrett B. Gunderson. Very good book. It's a very thin book. It's not that, but he went straight to the point on why they lost certain rich people lost their wealth, and why some people kept their wealth.
Yeah.
And from generation to generation, the Rockefellers kept it. The Vanderbilts did not. It is what it is, So, and I found that very interesting because he was yelling and screaming and cussing at the top of his lungs at this lecture. He didn't care. I mean, y'all got to check him out. He's a good dude. He's good at projecting what he had to project to the audience. But Danny Pina is a very powerful speaker when it comes. He lives in a castle. You hear me?
Wow, that's so dope.
He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire maker. He's not just he's a billionaire maker. So his advice is worth it, just like Warren Buffett. You know what I'm saying? And what you do is so important. And one of the questions that I have is, as someone who works with like high profile clients, what's one of the most surprising and unique insurance requests you've ever received?
Oh, goodness. Well, with high profile clients?
Yeah, with high profile, influencers and stars. You don't have to say no names. What was some of the, what was some of the, what was some of the most surprising and unique insurance requests you received when it came to that?
I mean,
do you remember?
They're pretty boring. I hate to say. They're pretty boring. They know what they want. They get what they want, and that's that, But right. I do have a lot of high-profile clients. I will say this.
Right.
A family of a very well-known actor came in,
right.
and they set up life insurance policies, but they left each and every last one of them left the money in a trust. So that money can just keep rolling over generation after generation. So that was something unique.
Right.
And it was like 10 of them. Okay.
Yes.
10 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That
So
is unique.
yeah, a lot of my wealthier clients, whether they're well known or not, they leave their monies in trust because they have a lot of assets and legacies that they're trying to leave behind.
Right.
And they don't want to screw up. They don't want to be Michael Jackson and Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they make sure that they put their money, they're setting their money up a certain way so that it can just roll on over throughout the generation.
What are some of the misconceptions you've seen that people have spoken about in regards to insurance also? What are some of the misconceptions?
Yeah. Some of the misconceptions that I hear a lot of billionaires tell regular clients is whole life is the worst policy to get. And it just grinds my gears when I hear that, because most of the people who are looking at them, like the Warren Buffetts and what's the guy named he's a very Dave Ramsey, I think it is.
Dave Ramsey.
Every Black person listen to him, and I tell them stop listening to Dave Ramsey. Only if you want to listen to him. Only if you want to.
He's coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. But he's giving away some advice that is not great for everybody. Remember, we are all individual people here on earth. Right. So my situation is very different from Dave Ramsey's situation. Right.
Of course.
Okay. These millionaires are telling regular common people how to utilize their money. And that is the wrong thing to do.
Right.
It is so wrong because they already have money set up. So their assets are going to look totally different from a person who's only bringing in from, I don't know, $15,000 to $100,000 a year. So you have to go off of where you are personally in life and utilize insurance the way you should utilize it. So when my clients come in, for instance, and they are in a certain income bracket, and they give me that whole Dave Ramsey speech. Dave Ramsey said, stay away from. I always bring them back and let them know what type of policies may be beneficial for them. I let them make a choice. I tell them, do not let anybody make the choice from you.
That's right. That's right.
So when my clients leave out of my office or leave me, I want them to leave very satisfied. And knowing that they made the right decision for themselves.
And because that's like telling somebody what religion to do or what spiritual practice.
You exactly.
See, there's a connection in
yeah.
Own,
it is.
I'm surprised, and now we mentioned Dave Ramsey. Let's put yourself in his shoe. Why would he say that to an audience of people that don't understand that? From your perspective, what would you feel that he would be? Why would he do that? What was maybe there's a loophole he's seeing this. Maybe he sees something. From your perspective, studying for 25 years, why would he say something like that?
Because he's a white man. Straight up.
I didn't expect that one.
When they say something, they think it's the law. When they say something, you know what I'm saying? They think it's the law.
This is my friend here, yo. Let me tell you, because she got that alignment number 9. She will say what she mean and mean what she say.
Yes.
Lord have mercy, I love her. Man, that I did not expect her to say, because he's a white man.
Well, that's number 1.
That's 1. Okay, please give number 2.
Number 2. He is going by his eyes only. So when we give people advice, right, we go through what we went through. We give them advice based on our own experiences. Right. Okay. Dave Ramsey is a white man that grew up in America during a certain period of time. Right. Okay. So can he really give advice to a common Black man that grew up in a total different environment? Some of the principles that he says, yes, they remain. All right. But some of the principles that he says is not going to work for us.
Right.
Because we're just on a different energy flow when it comes to money than he is.
And Ricardo just said he wasn't always rich. That part. He was not.
Who Dave Ramsey. Okay, a lot of them weren't always rich, but a lot of them also make their money and sell their books telling you how to get rich when they weren't rich, but they made money off of the books and they got rich from telling you how to get rich, although they weren't rich yet, if that makes sense.
Right. And I remember Shaq saying that his child come to him and said, "Look, I made this money. You go make your money."
Exactly.
And what do you say? What do you say to the parents that think like that? How dare you think you take my money and try to do something with it when you could be making your own money? I mean, it's just like 50 Cent's son. 50 Cent's son trying to take liberty. He a Cancer, so he ain't letting that go down. He a Cancer. So 50 Cent said, "Man, I was ready to give him $1 million to go set up his business. This guy, I think he should get money over and over again." What do you say to children like that, young people that think they have liberty to take their parents' stuff and just do what they want with it without any financial literacy?
Yeah, it's an entitlement. It's an entitlement attitude. I was looking at some of the you TikTokers, these young kids out here, because I want to know what's in young people's heads. And a lot of them feel that they did not incarnate on earth. They didn't have a choice to incarnate on earth.
Right.
So if they didn't have the choice, then their parents should take care of them. So they have an entitlement problem where they feel like, "Hey, I'm here, take care of me." And their parents should just do whatever it is that they want done because they didn't ask to be here.
Right.
So, but my thing is, I didn't ask to be here either, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I clawed my way to the top. You know some of my story.
Yeah, I know some of your story. You know some of my story. You know what it is. And I remember, big up to my father, because one time I remember trying to move down to Georgia when I was when I was in 1999, had a whole big party too, and trying to move down here, stayed here for a month. And I remember asking my father for a certain amount of money to get back to New York, and he couldn't do it. And I asked my mother, she sent it to me. She was like, my mother knew how to handle money and certain things, that she'll send it to me. But I promised myself I would never ask him for money again.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I never asked him or her for money like that again. I said, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm going to go ahead and make this money and do what I got to do and use my talents and the gifts that I have, and respect to him. He's my father, and I know he went through his ups and downs and stuff, but I realized at that time that when your back is against the wall, you got to do everything you got to do. You got to just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's one thing. And to feel entitled, I don't feel entitled to nothing he has, because he has really nothing to offer me. I don't feel entitled to my mother's stuff, although my mother has a will and all that. But I know if one, because this is what happens now, sibling rivalry. And so if my sister went a little crazy and said she want to do this, I say, you know what? I wasn't even born with this. I'll let you go.
Exactly.
I don't want that stress. That's just my energy. But if she's fair and respectful and following her religious tenets, then she will be fair and respectful. But if she turned out to be crazy and a whole asshole, then I'll be like, even my mother asked me, "You wouldn't fight for this." She asked me this one time, "You wouldn't fight for this house if I said, "No, I'm not," because she's seen it happen in her own family amongst certain I said, "No,
yeah,
I can make my own. I keep it moving."
Exactly.
I just won't talk to her again. That's just what it is. I keep it moving. I'm good. I love you from a distance, like Dionne Warwick sang that song years ago. Love from a distance. That's it.
That's an oldie, but good.
That's an old one. That's an old one. Dionne Warwick, my girl, man. I love me some Dionne Warwick now. Stop playing. Family. Those who have any question, you could put it in the chat. If you got any questions for my dear sister up here, I ain't finished, but if you got any questions, here it is. Please write one question, not a dissertation. One question in the chat. It could only hold about a certain amount of letters in the chat. So I just want to let y'all know. And of course, again, let me shout out her websites and all her stuff, her numbers and everything. Of course, she's our insurance specialist, broker to the stars, and today's influencer. I gotta make sure I say that. 833-289-2525. Her email is up here too. And remember, the website and everything is pinned to the top of the chat in the chat. So y'all could always find that. Also, she got Cash App. Spread love.
Thank you.
A Cash App right there, $ Bianca White 76. And that's not her name, by the way, Bianca. No, that's one of her gangster names. And her Instagram is Yolanda Spivey, of course, and she has one at Whitney_Associates. Facebook is at Yolanda Spivey, and also she has a Facebook at Michael Whitney and Associates, and she has her website that I was show that's scrolling on the bottom here. And a matter of fact, let me show this beautiful website. Goes she in the building? The web. Look at that! Oh Lord, have mercy!
Oh Lord,
that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Make sure y'all support my sister and her beautiful website. You know, she also do consultations and all that good stuff. You know, she got great reviews and all that. We ain't going to all of that, but I just want to show you. And she keeps it simple. That's what I like about her. She keep it plain, simple, and straight to the mother flipping point.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. Now, The next question I have for you, somebody in the audience got a question. Let me go to the audience members and find out. Naked Healer said, is it better to rent or own a home these days? Very good question.
Oh, wow, that is a good question.
Yes, I know who that is too. Go ahead, Naked.
So, okay, I want everybody to realize that we're on a cycle that is repeating the 2008 crash. If you remember, the market crashed in 2008.
Yes.
Same thing is happening over again. So pay attention to what happened in 2008, how a lot of homes went into foreclosure. If you can, buy a home because the prices will be going down. Renting at this point, these landlords, slumlords are charging so much rent for a box apartment, so much rent for a home that you can probably own for half the rent you're paying. So if you can buy a home, but wait for the market to crash because it's about to happen.
Okay. Next question. Somebody in the chat just said, in what circumstances would whole life policy be more beneficial than term life? Most finance experts suggest other investments over whole life and recommend term. Go ahead.
Yes. So in some circumstances, a lot of people are not financially savvy. They do not know how to invest. They do not know where to put their money. And I always tell them, get a whole life policy or get an index universal life policy, because with that, you're doing two things. You're insuring your life and also you're setting yourself up for the future. So you're saving money on the back end. So, and it's like almost like a sure way not to lose your money. The market is when the market crashes out there, your whole life policy still goes up, up, and up. And the reason why is because the way the whole life policies, the insurance companies are investing the money, they're investing the money in slow growth investments, safe investments. So your money won't crash. It will always go up. Term life is good for two purposes. When you're young and you don't have a lot of money to invest in insurance, term life is good because in most cases you can take your term policy and within a few years you can turn it over into a whole life policy or universal life policy. You have to make sure you get what is called a convertible term policy. Term life is also good if you're super uber wealthy because it will protect your assets in a lot of cases. So in what circumstances will whole life be more beneficial than term? If you just a regular schmegular person making a regular schmegular salary, and you want to use your money both ways. You want an insurance policy to protect your assets and your family, but you also want to save money. That will be a great way to do it. is the whole life policy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. Next question, Miss Spivey, do you offer IUL product?
Yes, we do.
Okay, what is IUL? Please.
It's the Index Universal Life. And let
Index.
me explain.
Please explain it.
Okay. A
Explain.
lot of people have questions regarding the whole life and the Index Universal Life, and they always ask me, which one do I like better?
Mhm.
And I always say whole life off the bat. And the reason why is because with the Index Universal Life products, it's a great product to have, but for a short period of time. Number one, the money the insurance carriers are using inside that policy grows fast, but they use it against the stock market. So if the stock market does well, your Index Universal Life policy does well. If the stock market crashes, your money inside your Index Universal Life policy will crash, or you'll see like a dip. All right. I don't like that because this world is so uncertain. We don't know who's going to be president, what's go up, what's down. All right. Whole life is the way to go if you want a nice, safe, slow growth investment. It does grow slower than the Index Universal Life, but you're not going to use money. And when you're ready to use your money, it will be there.
Powerful, powerful. Next person said, Yolanda, do you have clients in Canada?
I don't, but I can. I'm working on that. I am working on that.
Now, how would you be able to cross borders like that? Will you have to get a license in Canada?
Yeah, I will have to get a Canadian license.
Okay.
And also probably go through some testing because I know the Canadian laws, it's just a little bit different than our laws here. Yeah. But it's insurance is insurance. Okay.
Right. Everybody's thanking you for your response. And
oh, you're welcome.
Let me get back again, family. We have a professional who's been doing it for over 25 years, man. This is not a joke. And she's been doing it, and I've known her from the 90s. Lord have mercy. We reconnected back in the 2000s because of our dear Alarapi, brother Alarapi.
Yes,
Alarapi, because he was finding insurance, and all of a sudden, when I call you to get insurance, I'm like, you know me, I know you, we know each other. How this work?
You used to let me in the claws when I was young.
Yeah, right. I was young. I was young too. So
you were a baby. Yeah, you were a baby.
That is so funny. Family, remember to like, subscribe, and share with family and friends that are on a spiritual journey, or thumb up this, because everything that I do is spiritual. Even what we're talking about today is all spiritual, because you want to, as much as you want to have physical satisfaction, when you have physical satisfaction, you could also have spiritual satisfaction, because they both go hand in hand, even while getting insurance and all that kind of stuff. So again, make sure you go to 833-289-2525. Spread love that way. Of course, she is a broker to the stars and today's influencers. Let me tell you, she's quite reasonable, and she will break it down for you until you understand it and understand it. That's one thing I like about that. She does break it down. You know what I'm saying? And I love that about her. And she'll, even when you need to trademark and all kinds of stuff, she's like, oh, you ain't trademark. What the hell?
I'm getting on you about your trademarks.
Give it to the world. I'm giving it to the world, girl, because these children ain't about that life. I'm keeping it moving. Go. I don't care no more. Lord, help us. I'll just tell people, man. But again, family, I got another question for you myself. Now, in today's world, my dear, with Southern fame and fortune, especially through Instagram and all these type of things, how do you help regular people that are turning into celebrities protect their wealth and legacy beyond this just traditional insurance policies?
Okay, yeah. First of all, this is so important, especially with us Black folk. Okay,
right. Go ahead.
I tell a lot of rich Black people, because our wealth is very fleeting. We can have money today and it is gone tomorrow. We've seen so many NFL players, basketball players who have money now that are poor later. Just imagine if they were young and they set up a life insurance policy where they dropped like $1 million in because they had like $1 million, and they just invested that $1 million in a life insurance policy. Right. And they just kept it there. Okay. Do you know that they will have more than $1 million sitting there when they turn broke, that they can use that money later on in life.
Mm. Didn't Allen Iverson go through something similar? He
I'm
had
not
some
sure.
no,
Who
he had
did?
some endorsements that he could not touch until a certain year. And then when he went through his depression and went through all kinds of, they said he was homeless and all that, his money came through. It was like
His money came through.
55
It's something like
million.
that. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Ugh, yeah.
55 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Came through. Yeah, big up to Allen Iverson. I think he's born June the 7th. No, he's born the same day as Prince. I remember that. Okay, so I know I'll be
Love it. I love it. I love it. I
you
love
know
it.
me, you know,
I
in my
love
mind
it.
it's like it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I could see why he would have messed it up just by his numbers. Where Prince, on the other hand, him and Prince could have, Prince didn't, I don't know if he left a real thing to somebody. Did he have children? We don't even know if Prince had. Did Prince
We
have?
don't know if he had kids. Yeah,
I
there
don't
are a
know.
whole bunch of people coming out like, I'm Prince kid, and they getting DNA tested.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
crazy, but I'm glad. And so if a person won lottery today, because there's a lot of people that's winning lottery and doing or working all that, what would you say? What's the first thing you would say to that lotto winner today?
Drop some money in a policy. Straight up.
How much would you suggest for a starter? No, and don't
It
think
depends
lottery.
on how much they win.
Think
Like for instance,
right,
there was a 5 sisters from Brooklyn. I
right,
did their policies for them. They
right.
all won a lawsuit because they were at a car dealership, and one of the salesmen who was showing them the car slammed the car into all of them, and they almost died.
Ooh.
One of them was severely injured, but they're doing fine now. As a result, they all won some money.
Right.
And these babies were so smart. The first thing they did, they took $100,000 of their money and they did what is called a one-time pay policy. That's when you just pay the insurance policy just one time, and you don't ever have to pay for it again. They just dropped that $100,000 inside their policy, and it's been like 10 years now. I bet you that policy is worth at least $250,000 now. At least. So I will always tell somebody who won the lotto, take that money and put it in a policy so that you can always have for later.
Right.
People automatically assume, oh, life insurance is just for, when you die. It's not. It's a living benefit.
Right.
For instance, you take out a life insurance policy and you get sick. Okay, you can take some money from the policy, not just the back end, but the face amount, and live off of it while you're about to pass away. I hate to say that. Or say, for instance, you get older and you can't take care of yourself no more. You see all these white people, they have nurses and aides coming into their homes. How are they able to afford that? Because they have life insurance policy in place. They don't have money. They have life insurance. So their life insurance is paying for aides and nurses to come in to take care of them while they are home.
Right.
So life insurance is not just for death, it's for life. People are retiring off their life insurance policies. They put money in to their policy. So by the time they're like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, they take a nice lump sum out of their policy every year and they live off of it. So it's not just for death.
Again, family, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. I do have a smart audience, so big up to them. Big up to them. That's time tuning in. Right. Prince didn't have no will. He did not have no will. Okay?
Yeah, Prince didn't have a will. Yeah.
So yeah.
So they say. I don't. For some reason, I don't believe that.
I know. I mean, but Prince was something else. I don't think he'd just expect to just drop out like that.
But I believe that Prince had some things set up. I don't think he was that dumb.
Right.
I really don't. He was telling us how to negotiate our contracts and earn, keep our masters and things like that. Do you really think a man with that mindset will leave the earth without a will or not have something in place? He knew his time was coming.
Yeah,
he knew it.
To me, he when Mike transitioned, I knew he knew.
He knew his. They said that he locked himself in a room for hours because he knew his time was going. He was going to be next.
Yeah, because Mike had his masters, demanded his masters just like Prince. He did what he had to do,
Yeah.
and all that. Hey, you never know, man. And
I really just don't think that. I think that Prince probably left it to a family member, like his will,
right,
like his sister. Who this is just speculation, people.
yeah, speculation.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
and people paid him off to
Right,
say and do things
right, right.
allegedly, and the rest. You know the rest.
I remember. I had a
Dot, dot,
client.
dot, 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 dot.
I had a client years ago that was a good friend of Prince. I will never say her name. And she said Prince used to watch a lot of the conscious stuff. He used to pay attention
Yeah.
to what we're doing out here, Prince. And I believe Michael Jackson also used to watch. I know he knew Dr. Sabi, he knew Farrakhan. So I know he paid attention
Oh
to
yeah, Michael was heavily into it.
Yeah, he was definitely
He
into
was
the
very well versed.
Yeah, they put that Jehovah Witness title over it real quick just to say, all right, I'm adhering to something.
Exactly. Hey, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, that's right. You
It's the
did.
safest religion out there. Yeah, I know.
Don't go there. Family. We have our guest, Yolanda Spivey, insurance specialist, broker to the stars, and today's influencers. The number is right there. Her email is right there. Her website and everything is pinned to the top. But just in case you can't see it there, her Cash App is pinned to the top. You could actually just spread love that way. Instagram, Facebook, all of that is there. And her website is a straight to the point, simple website, family. When I say it's straight to the point, another question that I have for you, can you share a powerful example where your work directly helped a client secure their family's future or build a lasting legacy beyond the spotlight, especially when it comes to celebrities?
Mm-hmm. There are a few.
Yeah.
There are a few.
No names said, no names needed.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I know, client confidentiality. I know it.
Yeah. But in one case, there was a singer who came in and she got life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And as people, as okay, we're gonna get a little bit into metaphysics here.
Let's do it.
Just a little bit.
Let's do it. Don't worry, it's all right. Do it.
When your time is almost up on this earth, you can sometimes feel it. We get clues. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, she was just setting herself up. She was getting life insurance. She was making sure her will was in place. And certainly about a few years later, she did pass away.
Right.
And I mean, not for nothing, she didn't have a lot of money. The music industry took her what you call it? Her royalties and masters. Same thing, kind of like what happened with Angie Stone.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Same exact example. But she made sure that she set her family up because she knew that she was going to be on her way out of here. And she did pass away, and her family's doing very well now. They actually are in a better place now than they were when she was alive.
Damn.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that sad? Because, sometimes your own family is trying to wait for you to die.
They're waiting. Right, exactly.
And I guess that's why the trust is so important, because you can have stipulations around the trust saying no one gets this unless this is done. Right? Correct? Can you do that?
Oh, yes, you can. I suggest that people get a will in place.
A will, that part.
Please get a will in place. Leave a will and not a bill. Please.
I love that saying. Yeah, you should make the T-shirt, set it on your website, girl.
Leave a will and not a bill. I know, right?
Will and not a bill, because I know you're the only one I heard say it, unless you know anybody else that say it.
No,
I haven't heard that.
Leave a will and not a bill.
Come on now, then you better copyright that thing and stop.
I know,
right? you telling me to do all that stuff, and you ain't doing it. It's like, just like the guy. Let's get ready to rumble. He copyrighted that, yo.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I better not say that. I might get sued.
I know. They're gonna strike you. YouTube gonna strike you.
You can't be saying that on this nigga. He might be friends with Leo Cohen or something like that. You never know. He's part of this YouTube thing, so it is what it is. Correct. But Family, any questions? If you want to put any questions, because I got her for like the next 15 minutes. I have her. You know, children are are probably the ones that are getting the back end of a lot of this stuff because a lot of the parents are not teaching teaching exactly what they need to know as far as, and I commend a lot of people like Boyce that's doing it. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Watkins has his own children's school and all that online and stuff doing that. And whoever else out there is doing it, teaching our children literacy, the importance of insurance and all that kind of stuff. For the babies and their parents right now, what would you say? Give us something from your perspective that you suggest that they do right now, today, moving forward.
For the babies and the parents. So,
Yeah.
again, I suggest that each parent give their children the gift of a life insurance policy, set them up for the future. Mm-hmm. It's a sure way of just guaranteeing that they'll have money set aside for themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, again, that baby can use it. And you know what? You can set the policy up and you don't really have to, because some kids, they'll turn 18 and be like, give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No, set the policy up. Do what is called a 10-pay policy or 7-pay. That means you only pay for 7 years or 10 years, even 20-pay. You can pay for 20 years. And the policy will be paid up for life. And just keep that policy for your kid. And when you pass away, put it in your will that there's a policy for them, and let them know the amount, and let them know that there's money sitting inside that policy for them. That would be a great gift that parents can give to their children.
And for the grandchildren, everybody else.
Grandchildren, yes. I have a grandma tonight that as soon as we get off, probably at 10 o'clock, we're going to do an application together because she's getting some insurance on her grandbabies. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, it's a gift to give, a gift.
Yeah, it is a gift. It is a gift. I remember Reverend Knight speaking about that too back in the day. Reverend Knight made sure he secured every little thing, man. Mm-hmm. I love it. He born June, so he June 1st. You know what I'm saying? So
wow, ooh, child, watch out now.
Yeah, J. Anthony Brown.
I love him.
Yeah, but
I got used to see those Reverend Ike videos. I'd be like, I don't want to watch this mess.
Hey,
and I started watching it. Yo, King, my life changed. I'm changed. I became a metaphysical minister and everything. So
now it's and let's go down that road, because we did insurance, we did all that. The metaphysics road. What made you want to go down that road, and how are you serving the community that way? Let's talk about that real quick before we finish.
Yeah. So what made me go down that road is because it was always there,
right?
Since forever, and because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, I had to depress it in my system. I couldn't oppress it or repress it, whatever the word is. Right, I just could not express what it was that I was feeling, seeing, and experiencing. And when I would tell my mother things, she understood too, because she knows. And my grandmother knew, but they will always stay silent because they were so programmed with the Jehovah's Witness, the teachings.
Right.
But as I grew older, I knew, like, we're spiritual people. Right. I just knew that older Yolanda was not going to be in any type of religion. Yep. Mm-hmm. And as I gotten older, I have my dreams and I have my visions and things of that nature. They always come. One came into fruition this morning while I was on my walk. Really? It was so scary that I started crying, literally. And I was like, oh God. Like, if I know, anywho. No.
You want to release that? You want to talk about it?
No, not here. Later, we'll talk. Later.
Okay, maybe we'll talk later, because I know you like to talk about it. Because
not here on camera.
Not here on those. And I'm glad that you went down that, because I think people like Dr.
spiritual.
Like Dr. Valentine. Mm-hmm. Although he is a PhD in hygienics, health, and all that, natural health and health, and dealing with hygiene and all that, he went down that route. The metaphysics also assisted with that. Yeah. Because now you start looking at the spiritual means or the energetic means of why you even got that disease or it started developing in your
Correct.
system. So, that's why it's and I think that's why what you're going. You got your master's degree. What did you get on in metaphysics?
Working on the master's and the PhD, but we did get the bachelor's in
You got the
metaphysical
bachelor's, right? You
studies
got the
too.
bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
that's powerful because a lot of the metaphysics, schools nowadays, me personally think it's diluted, not the same way.
It is very diluted. So what you have
You know
to
what I'm saying?
do,
'Cause when you
oh
told me
yeah,
certain things,
yeah,
about it, I said, wait a minute, whoa. I said,
very
wait.
diluted. You have to really literally go in there just for the educational purposes only
Right,
and get because it's almost like you know more sometimes than what they're teaching. Okay. And also most of the schools that are up and erected are white institutions. So you really have to go in there and just go get the knowledge, but also apply what you know personally
right.
to your life. And that's what I do.
Yeah,
I got the knowledge from them, but personally, what I think and what I feel and what I know,
yeah.
I apply it elsewhere.
And that's why people like Kaba Kamene always say, who was on Hidden Colors in all the Hidden Colors series. Kaba says, sometimes European positive, I call them positive Europeans that really mean well with the
They do,
information.
and some of them do.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
mean well, and they're bringing out what they got from the Eastern and the melanated people and bringing it in their own way and
And
then
when their
bombing
own
it
way,
out.
right?
And we have to sift through it to make sure we know what's right and what we take. We got to do like that computer screen and on the sky. Move this. We don't need that. I don't need that. No, I can take this. I can use this. Let me dump that. Okay, I can use this. The sun is bright. I could use that. I don't know what else. The moon is shining through the sun's reflection. I can use that. But
Exactly.
I'm not using the madness. Somebody just
Exactly.
said something. Life insurance companies, they're able to estimate and gamble on how long you are going to live and how you're going to die because they look at your family history. They have scientific formulas. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we do applications, one of the questions that they ask is,
Right.
did your mom, father,
Mm,
mother have diabetes or cancer before
right.
the age of 50? And so if
Mm.
you answer yes to that question, your rating goes down.
Really?
Yeah, if you answer yes to that question, your ratings go down. So
I
you
did.
don't get that super preferred. You could be in the best of shape and have the best health. But if you answer yes to that question, you will not get a super preferred rating, which is the top tier rating. They'll knock you down to the next rating.
Ooh, so y'all gotta be. Now, would you say in life insurance, some people are practicing certain biases?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Mm.
So before, the whole body mass index
Right.
thing, height, weight thingy,
Right.
BMI
Right.
calculator,
Right.
it was very racist towards Black people
Of course.
because our makeup is different. We hold more muscle mass
Right.
than most races, and therefore we weigh more, So they used to, go in for the health exam and weigh us and automatically assume that we were out of shape because our health,
Mm.
our weight was higher
Right.
than the average bear. It's just like within the last 5 to 6 years, they changed that. They
Mm.
changed it as they should. Now they give more leeway, like a 20-pound leeway for
Okay.
us,
Okay.
as they should.
Right. Hey, that's
As
good.
they should.
You, it's like that's so funny. This is off the topic, but on the topic. When we talked about Jehovah Witness, they didn't allow Black folks into their
I
community.
know. My great grandmother always used to tell us that.
I remember that the Mormons, none of them, none of them.
Yeah, the Mormons too. Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
allow Black folk, but they seen that energy had to come. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, but again, biases in this society, in this part of the world, is just natural. But a lot of things are changing because
Yeah.
of who they are and what innately is in them to be biased. And sometimes it's just automatic, and they don't even realize it. Sometimes, as soon as they see us, even in schools and all this place, as soon as they see us, it's like there's a threat.
It is.
It's a threat level going on, and
I'll
that
be
is
threatened at the melanin too. Shoot.
yeah, of course, yo. Hey, that's why I got you know me. That's why I got books like The Melanin, The Key to Freedom by Richard King, and
Oh,
all
I
these
love
books like
that.
The African Origin of Biological Psychiatry and all. That's why I got
You
books.
have the best books. I
Man,
swear, you got the best books.
I just got books, baby. I just
Look, I got
love.
my books over here too. You see that?
That's right. You got
Look, and this is my work desk, and I keep books by me. Okay, it's not a game. It's
that's right.
not a game.
No, and it's not. We gotta
No.
cross reference. We gotta study. We gotta research. And in back, I got all my not all my books, but I lost. I told you I lost a lot of them in the storage.
Yeah.
But I know you was even upset with that.
I was hurt. I was
like,
hurt like I experienced the loss.
because you know how much I love my books. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I love
yes.
my vinyl, and I lost a lot of the vinyl. All my vinyl I had with all the Bob Marley albums,
Oh
all
my
the Sam.
goodness.
I had all the Sam Cooke's albums. I had
Oh
all
my
of,
goodness. That is so painful.
I had all of Nat King Cole's albums in this one casing, so I could only imagine what they.
Somebody is making a lot of money off your stuff.
I had
right about now.
Bach. I had Mendel. See, that's why insurance is so important.
It
I
is.
should have had insurance on it so I could get it back.
Honey, you could have
Oh
brought
my
the
goodness.
plane.
Oh, all right. Look, anybody in the chat have a question? I'm getting ready to close out 3 minutes before the top of the hour on the East Coast, 3 minutes before 8 o'clock. My dear sister has been with us. Make sure you go to her website, which is www.mwhitney.com, and make sure you support her via Cash App. Hit her up on Instagram at Yolanda Spivey. I notice I love to say Yolanda Spivey. I just love that name. I just love it. It's like make it like your boyfriend be Yolanda Spivey. Yolanda Spivey. I'm just saying. And of course, M Whitney _Associates, Facebook, Yolanda Spivey, and of course, Michael Whitney and Associates on Facebook, and of course, her website, and of course, that superstar number she got there. That's 833 28. They got elevator music on there, so I was listening to it this morning. I'm waiting for. I was like, wait a minute, I'm in the elevator. What's going on? You gotta put some hip hop in there. That's 833-289-2525. She got good waiting music. You know what I'm saying? It was good waiting music. I did it, but it was funny. I was
gotta stay professional.
I said, wait a minute.
Why you ain't call a private line?
I could have called the bat line, but I didn't want to call the bat line. I wanted to test if the number worked. That's
okay.
I didn't want
I got you. Look at you doing your due diligence. I like that.
Look, I'm a professionally trained radio personality, so I know what I need to do. My dear, thank you so much. Any last statements you want to make to the audience, Yolanda, about?
Yes, when you are searching for a life insurance product, even if you don't use me as your broker, if you use any broker, make sure you feel comfortable with that person. Make sure that person does not tell you what to get. Make sure you do your research and you get what you're comfortable with. Make sure that you walk away feeling like you made the best decision for your life, please. And also, with our business, we don't just do life insurance. We do everything under the sun. Every insurance you can think of, from auto, home. We do a lot of business insurance. Right. A lot of small businesses come to us and we insure them. We are a really good market for that too, as well. And if you want your pinky toe insured, give us a call. We can insure that too. Okay.
Yo, I did not know that your telephone number was by Black.
By Black.
By Black. Yo, that's powerful. BUI is 289 and Black is BLAK. By Black. Oh man, you should have told me that. I forgot to look through that. I didn't look.
Yes,
through that.
darling.
I looked through that because that is cool, yo. By Black. B1. Like
exactly.
Like Voice Walker says.
B1.
B1, baby. B1.
One of my trusted clients. I love him.
Yeah,
that's
one of your clients. That's right. Boys, big up to Boyce Watkins and his beautiful wife, Alicia.
Yeah.
She's been on my show. Boyce has been on my platform before too, which is good. Both of them came on. But again, my dear, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
We'll talk later, and we'll catch up and everything. All right. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too, bro.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, please. You know I love you too. Love you back, bro.
All right, my sister. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause. The one, the only. Yolanda.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, beautiful. Take care. All
All
right.
right.
Take care. One love. That's right. That's my girl, Yolanda Spivey, man. Boy, we had a good time, man. Woo. Man. What a good sister, man. She is really and she, man, she becomes a family member real quick. When I say she becomes a family member real quick, when you start dealing business with her, man, she start being concerned with all your children and great grandchildren and the children that ain't born and all that. And that's what you need. People that's gonna be all concerned and not just want your money. And sometimes she even did something on the dolo, just gave it for free. You say, yo, you got this. This is you, man. Do you, just did it, So big up to Yolanda. She's a great soul. Her mom's a family. And I know her for a long time when I used to work at SOB's nightclub back in the 90s, because I left SOB's around 98, 99 or 2000. Around 98 was my last really big show at SOB's, but 99 or 2000, I officially left there, but I was working there since 95 with a lot of great artists. And she came through and called, and I put her and her mom on the guest list for Rochelle Farrell, the great Rochelle Farrell. You know Rochelle Farrell, when she's making all that funny face while she's singing. Rochelle Farrell was something else. But big up to Rochelle Farrell and all. I've met a lot of interesting people at SOB's, and SOB's is still up and running over there on Houston Street in Manhattan, down in Lower Manhattan. And 40 years, they've been doing it for 40 years. So I had some great years. Even the owner told me during my time, he had some of the greatest times as far as Caribbean reggae music back in night. That's what he said. During my time, we had some great shows. He told me that. And he gave me a blurb in my book too. He gave me a nice blurb in my book. He gave me some information that I wrote in the book from his point of view. And I'm glad that we was able to work together all this time. So on that note, family, I hope you all got a very joyous information, things that helped you, things that reminded you of why it's important to insure yourself, your children, and the children to come, and your niece, nephew, your adopted child, whoever. Insurance. Your life need insurance. I got my insurance, and they take it out of my account every month. And I did it late. I did it quite late. I did it around my 49th birthday, and I'm 58 now. I think 49. Yeah, no, 48 or 59. One of those I did around that. So I did it kind of late. But there's nothing wrong with having insurance. And I'm glad that people was engaging and loving, and making it happen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, El Bruno. Thank you very much. Keller Curiosity. Make sure y'all support Keller Curiosity on her website, on her YouTube channel right there. You could just go and click on her name right there. She is the moderator right now for the show. And make sure you support all that Yolanda is doing. There's her information, her numbers right there. She is a broker to the stars, but she's very reasonable to your pockets, to tell you the truth. She's very reasonable to your pockets. And again, she's a straight hitter, straight to the point. If it don't sound right, she gonna tell you it don't sound right. And that's what I love. And family, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, and share with family and friends. I don't want you to share it with anybody. I want you to just share it on your Facebook, and you only know 50 or 25 or 30 people on your Facebook, and you got 6,000 people. Share it with family and friends directly. Because what I do on my channel, I present only quality people, as it says right here on the bottom. King Simon presents only quality people. And no matter what you think of numerology or numeration or whatever I present from a metaphysical or health perspective, I still want to present quality people. That's it. That's not engaged on my channel with the drama. They might have their own channel with drama, but they don't do it on my channel. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to have a neutral ground between all of that, and a healing ground. And I'm all about helping and healing, because I got helped and I got healed from my elders and my teachers of my past. And that's what I came to do, So again, family, want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and sharing love. Make sure you join my membership if you can. Make sure to join the membership. It's only $9.99 per month, where you get all the lessons that I teach. Grief and grieving, the mathematics behind that. Tunnel vision, the mathematics behind that. Mind your business, the mathematics behind that. Throw it away, mathematics behind that, and so much more. I got at least 1,000 plus videos up here on this channel right now. So I may not have a lot of people, but I have quality people. And that's what I'm all about. The quality, not really the quantity. It will come because my channel is growing. Every week, there's at least another extra 100 viewership, another 1,000 viewership. And some of them might not subscribe, but please encourage them to subscribe. Because the more they subscribe, the more they build the algorithm, and the more they get notified for whatever I'm doing out here. Once again, I want to thank this beautiful sister, Yolanda Spivey, for coming in. And one day we're going to talk about her health journey, because she was once a plus size, voluptuous woman, and she was able to work it all down without surgery and all that. So one day I'm going to bring her on for that. And I can't wait to bring her on for that. Remember, every Tuesdays I do Today's Consciousness in the conscious community, and what happened and how can we heal and change and heal it. Yes. And then on April the 1st, for the first Tuesday of April, I got my brother Shabazz coming in. April, my sister Abundance Child is doing her Abundance Child live on WJVS. Brother Billy Carson will be on my show probably next month also, with his wife, talking about the 3rd annual Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Awards. He'll be on, but he's going to be on with Brother Rich at 9:00 tonight. So I'll be in the chat helping that out tonight. Billy Carson is going to be in the chat, going to be on Brother Rich's show on Black Magic 363. So make sure y'all support Brother Rich all the time. That's my brother. And make sure you vote. There's a lot of great people that's in alignment right now. Look, I already won my awards. I won like 4 of them already. So it's all good. I've received my awards. So I'm glad that new people or other people are getting their accolades in some form or fashion. Big up to Billy and his wife for even doing this. Remember, all my ebooks are available. Volume 1 of the Spiritual Lessons is available. Volume 2 is now available. All my numbers are simple, people are complicated. New motivation for mental stability. Numbers are simple. Children's health is available on ebook, and also for a limited time in March. It's about to be over on March 31st. It'll be finished. It'll be finished. So make sure y'all support that. If you want your signed copies, it is what it is. If not, I will be out at some event, probably and selling at that event. I'm supposed to be doing a book signing with Billy somewhere one day. So I'm expecting Billy to let me know when he needs me to do a book signing with my books also, since I am a part of that network also. And if you live outside of the United States, please use Amazon for any of my books, and they will deliver it to you. If not, you can also get an ebook. All right. And you can take my course on udemy.com/course/holistic-new motivation. And big up to Color Curiosity. Make sure y'all support Color Curiosity and what she's doing as far as feng shuiing your wardrobe and your life. And big up to Dr. Shakira Moore with her new book about to come out, and her iridology service coming in and using that to help you pinpoint what's going on with your health. And big up to Adara Moselle. Show love to Adara Moselle. She can help you get some of that negative energy. If you feel you have negative energy, she can help you with that. She does free consultations, and then to find out where you're at, but tell her that King Simon sent you, okay? And also, when you hit up Professor Zahalia, tell her that I sent you also. My son, JB, tell him I sent you if you want any handyman work, whatever you need done, hanging a television, whatever you need done, all of that he does. And my other son with a recording studio in New York City, you tell them that their father sent them. These are my children coming from my loins and their mama's yoni. So it is what it is. We are family. That's what we do. We promote each other as much as we possibly can. And remember, if you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Big up to Fatima. What's up, Fatima? Fatima B. What's up, girl? How you doing? Big up to Fatima B. I think that's the artist, Fatima. I think that's the artist, Fatima. She's a good friend of my son, Shia. So big up to Fatima. I believe that's her. If that's you, just put your website, because I know she's an illustrator family. So if you want anybody to do books, you want anybody to illustrate for your books, Fatima will be good at that. I believe that's her. I'm not sure. Fatima B. Big up to her. And remember, my new book is coming out, Numerational Angles and Angel Number Books. That's coming out. I'm up to 800. Because I'm on the computer so much, it's hard for me to go to this old computer and do what I got to do, but I still have to do it. So I'm going into the 900s in the next 20 pages, and then we're going into the 900s, and then I'll be finishing that 900 to 999. It's called the Numerational Angles and Angel Numbers. So I'm going to point out the positive, the negative, and also my numerational insight that I offer in the book. And it's not long and worn out and drawn out. It is actually short, sweet, and to the point. But I want to make sure everything is flowing. And a lot of stuff I'm downloading and uploading right now. It is crazy how I'm dreaming about stuff, and I have stuff that's still written down on different paper that I have to go looking for. It is something else when you're putting together a book. And I know those that are writers and authors out there know what I mean, not just using Chat GPT. No. I got to really check it out and make it happen. All right. So before we close out, our prayers, man. What Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say to us and still shares with us in the spiritual realm. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Prayer, meditation does change this thing. I did a whole lesson on that. Prayer and meditation does change things. Don't be afraid to pray. I'm not talking about begging your creator. I'm talking about talking with your creator. Bobby Hemmett used to say, you need to talk to your creator or talk to your ancestors like they right there in front of you. Like, yo, I need this. Let's stop playing. And then finally, meditation is when you listen to your creative force within you. Sometimes you got to do that. It's all right. Big up to Billy. Billy talk about commanding and demanding them with respect. You want to be respectful. They're still your ancestors. They're still in your bloodline. They're still part of your energetic field, if you believe it or not. If you don't believe it, it's all right. But if you do, us real Nagas understand. We just real Nagas. These are real Nagas, not real Negroes. Real Negos. Real Negos. Real Negos understand. Because Negos means royalty. Negos real loyalty and royalty in my DNA. I got loyalty and royalty inside my DNA. That's what we doing. Big up to Kendrick Lamar with that. Real Nagas. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Remember, I love you because I love me. We're a happy family. Take care, family. Be safe, be great, and I'll see you next time. It's the Numerational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. today's consciousness? What happened and how can we change it? So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.